Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of the Loyalty 360 Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. I'm Ryan Massey, Director of Client Relations at Loyalty 360. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Cathy Chavenet, North America Chief Marketing Officer at Paris Baguette. Cathy is a seasoned marketing professional with extensive experience in the food service industry, particularly in the coffee and snack shop sector. She'll be sharing her insights on the recent changes to Paris Baguette's loyalty program, part of a broader effort to enhance the overall guest experience. We're excited to hear about the challenges, opportunities, and core values driving Paris Baguette's success, and we're honored to have Cathy with us today. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us, Cathy.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Can you give us a short introduction to Paris Baguette and tell us about your role with the company and your experience in customer loyalty?
Yes, absolutely. So we'll start with Paris Baguette. So Paris Baguette is Korean-born, French-inspired bakery cafe. We specialize in whole cakes, pastries, and breads, as well as artisan coffees and sandwiches and other savory items. Globally, we have over 4,000 locations, and I oversee North America, which is approaching 200 locations currently. As you mentioned, I am the CMO, and as the CMO, I'm responsible for all things marketing related, as well as menu innovation. So lots of exciting things, and we offer such a wide variety of amazing bakery options and delicious things to eat. So if you haven't stopped in or tried our products, I invite you to do so.
Can you tell us a little bit about the refreshed BP Rewards customer loyalty program?
Yes. So, we had an opportunity at Paris Baguette to update our loyalty program and our tech stack overall. And so we recently implemented some changes, which include not just the loyalty program, but our website, our mobile app, the loyalty program, and our online ordering platform. So we did a lot of changes to really give the guest an overall better experience. We wanted to make the program for loyalty simple and easy for the guest to use. So that was kind of first and foremost. But we also wanted to make it fun and engaging. We think that those things are really important. So it's very simple to use. For every dollar spent, you earn a point. And those points can be banked and redeemed for different product offerings, anywhere from a pastry to a specialty coffee or even a whole cake. The guests can, again, bank and redeem those points the way they want to. So we wanted the program to be really flexible. And we really want people to be rewarded for their loyalty, right? Everybody wants to be rewarded when they're loyal to a brand. So we knew that that was important, and we wanted to find the best way to do that. So the best way to engage with our program is to download our mobile app. And when you join the program, off the bat, you receive a free pastry for signing up. So we really wanted to reward our guests right out the gate for becoming a loyalty member.
What was the business goal of the new Paris Baguette program?
So I'd say, our primary business goal was to really create a platform that was easy to use and rewarding for our guests, and something that offered, a seamless user experience. And additionally, we wanted a platform that would resonate across multiple generations, right? So something that was seamless and easy for our older guests to use, but also exciting for our younger demos who we're working really hard to target.
Terrific. And so how will the revamped digital experience increase customer engagement with your brand and further strengthen customer loyalty? Like what will keep them coming back?
Yeah, absolutely. So we think, there's a couple of things. The new digital experience, it really allows us to have more communication touch points with the guest. In addition to email, which we were already doing previously, we're now going to have push and pull notifications. We also have SMS now. So really just more opportunities to talk to our guests about, new products, any limited time offers that we have, seasonal specials. So really engage with them on anything that's happening at Paris Baguette. Additionally, the new app allows us to engage with guests and, tells them ways that they can earn bonus points through challenges, any ways that we can drive additional visits or reward them for trying a new LTO or a seasonal product. So really help with that engagement with the guests and get them excited about what we're doing or incentivize them to come more frequently.
Awesome. Now, during recent Loyalty 360 Advisory Board discussions, in most of our brand surveys, we noticed a big challenge with understanding and keeping up with technology, especially as platforms and functions converge. Now, brands sometimes pick products that don't deliver as promised, causing extra integration challenges. Have you seen this in your role at Paris Baguette? If so, how are you addressing it? What results have you noticed?
Well, I think integrations can always be challenging, and finding the right partners is so important. And you want to find the right partners that work together within the tech stack, because I think that's where you kind of find some glitches when things don't really line up or work together. It can make it super difficult. And I think, as brands are growing and they're bringing on new partners, you sign somebody up and then you sign somebody else up and things just don't function together. And that can make it really difficult. And so we wanted to make sure that we were really taking the time and doing the research to find partners that worked well together, that worked seamlessly within the tech stack. That was really important. And then once we identified those partners, we were trying to make sure that we were lining up the timing of the integration and making sure that we did a lot of planning to ensure that, things were just planned out from a communication standpoint, from a launch date standpoint. And even with all of that, there's always bumps in the road. But I think that communication, careful planning, project management, all of those things can make that launch of any new rollout more seamless and just better executed. But I would say that for anyone who's looking to, revamp or relaunch their tech stack, do a lot of research, do a lot of demos, really find out what's out there. And most importantly, make sure that all the players and all the partners work well together within the tech stack, because that will avoid bumps in the road down the line.
Terrific. So emotional loyalty is also front and center for members of Loyalty 360. Yet it can be quite challenging to drive that deeper level of engagement. Whether it's a special occasion or a routine treat, food is emotional. To that end, how does Paris Baguette continue to spark and cultivate emotional loyalty with customers?
So as you said, food is emotional. And we like to think about Paris Baguette is delivering moments of joy. One of our brand values is actually spreading joy. So whether it's stopping in for a handcrafted coffee and a pastry, or picking up a cake for a special occasion, spreading joy and celebrating life's moments is really important to us as a brand. And additionally, when it comes to loyalty, we might lean in on a holiday or a micro holiday. So when you think about all the emotions tied to Mother's Day or Thanksgiving, and, you can earn, double points on a cake purchase for one of those holidays, or think about a micro holiday like tax day. And, maybe our rewards members get a free pastry on tax day to make that day just a little bit sweeter. So how can Paris Baguette just be a part of our guests' everyday moments and celebrations? So I think that kind of emotional connection with loyalty is very important, and where we can lean in on those, little moments of joy in someone's everyday life.
Absolutely. That's great. Personalization is an area of focus for our members at Loyalty 360 as well. Can you speak to Paris Baguette's vision for personalization and the role it plays as part of your overall loyalty and engagement efforts?
Yeah, so I think personalization is going to be something that becomes very important as our program starts to take shape and evolve. Whether it's inviting guests to come in for an additional visit, or if they're, someone who purchases whole cakes, how do we invite them in to come in and try a coffee and a pastry? Or the flip side of that, if they come in frequently for pastry and coffee, how do we invite them in to try one of our whole cakes? So, really engaging with our guests on that personal level, or sending them customized messaging. I think that's something that we're excited to lean into as our program starts to evolve.
Awesome. So, how do you believe your rewards program and customer engagement initiatives will adapt to changes in an increasingly competitive marketplace as customers evolve?
So I think, in general, tech is always changing and evolving. It's so fast paced, and it's important that we stay up to date on the latest trends. Being relevant is key in today's space. And we need to deliver on what our guests want if we want to stay relevant in this competitive environment. So just staying fresh, staying up to date on what's happening, staying engaged with, Loyalty 360, all of those things are important to make sure we're delivering on what our guests want.
Certainly. But now, are there other loyalty programs you admire or are loyal to from a customer loyalty perspective? What do you like about their offerings? And are there any elements of those programs that you'd like to see implemented in PB Rewards?
Yes, absolutely. So as I mentioned before, we did a lot of research before relaunching our program. We'll shamelessly, steal ideas where we can. But there's a couple of players out there, as you know, that, we're really the backbone of loyalty, right? That have been doing this for, over 12 years and more so. Some of those brands I was fortunate enough to be a part of. But really taking the best of the best and learning from them and following their evolution so that we can implement some of those, ideas and those, platforms at PB and continuing to watch those brands because they're really the best in class. And so I think it's important to, follow that evolution, watch what they're doing and continue to implement those things where we can and where it fits our brand.
Awesome. And what can Loyalty 360 do to help you and Paris Baguette with your customer loyalty efforts? What resources do you seek?
I mean, definitely keeping us up to speed on what's happening out there, hearing from, other leaders in the industry, keeping us up to speed on what's trending, what's evolving. I mean, these resources are so important for us just to know what's going on out there and kind of consolidating it all in one place so that we have a one-stop shop for the latest information and news. It's so important for any industry leader out there.
Absolutely. It's the passion of what we do here to help you be as successful as possible. This has been really great, and I really appreciate your thoughtful responses. We're going to go into that quick fire round here and got 10 questions and just want to get one word, short phrase, just to get an idea of your perspective on some of these. So, what word or short phrase do you use to inspire others?
I would say stay true to yourself.
What is your least favorite word that other people use?
Unrealistic.
What excites you at work?
Definitely innovation.
What do you find tiresome at home or at work?
Doing things for the sake of doing them.
Do you prefer Paris Baguette's sweets or savory treats?
So a little secret is I love it all.
Nothing wrong with that.
I could eat sweets and savory things all day long. So that's one of the perks is we get to taste a lot of things.
That's terrific. What book do you like or would you recommend to your colleagues?
Okay, so this is like my favorite book, and it's an oldie but goodie, but it's 1,000 Places to See Before You Die.
Okay.
I'm very big on travel.
I like it.
Seeing different cultures. Yeah, like seeing different places, trying different foods, discovering adventures. I love all of that.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Easy, travel critic, or maybe a food critic, but definitely, again, leaning in on the travel.
What do you enjoy doing that you don't get to do often?
I think you could probably answer this for me, but travel. Are you
Yep.
seeing a theme here?
I'm sensing a theme. Who inspired you to become the person you are today?
Definitely my mom. She's like an independent, self-sufficient woman who was really a leader and a pioneer in what she did. So,
Terrific.
Yeah, definitely my mom.
That's great. Lastly, how do you want to be remembered by your family and friends?
Just say generally as a good person.
That's terrific. Well, Cathy, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Absolutely. Well, we look forward to hearing more about what happens in 2024 with Paris Baguette and on into the new year. I also want to thank everyone else for listening in. Make sure to check back for additional episodes of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. Thank you, everyone.